guys, it's Kugli again with another ROM review, and this time I've got a really great ROM. Now this is called the SOKP ROM, which stands for Sonic Open Kang Project by Sonic developers. Now let me tell you about this ROM. They really threw in the kitchen sink into this ROM because it has probably all the options which you can expect from any AOSP ROM. So let's get into the ROM now. First of all, what you just saw there is the lock screen, which has the AOSP SOKP logo in the middle. It has a dragon in it. What else do you want? So yeah, it does have the torch option by clicking it and holding it, so you do have that. Just wanted to show you that. Let's get into the settings page. Now the launcher is Trebuchet launcher from CyanogenMod. This is actually based on CyanogenMod with options cherry picked from other ROMs like Moki, Slim, AOKP, a lot of them. So let's get into the options now. In the about device page, you can see it is Sonic Open Kang Project, which is really cool. You can see the dragon things. Okay, it is Android 4.4.2. The kernel is CM kernel, so you can see that. What else do we have? SOKP version is this one. So yeah, it was released on 30th March, so you have that. You can also support the SOKP developers by this button. I keep saying AOSP, I don't know. So that is it in the about phone page. Let's go to the settings now. It only has one extra setting, which has all the other settings, kind of like what the carbon ROM has implemented, like with the carbon fiber setting. But yeah, it is a bit different. Let's get into the ROM now. You have a lot of options. I mean a lot of options. So let's get started. The first one is advanced control. Now in the advanced control, this is actually the ROM specific option, which is not cherry picked. It's something which they created, so that's really cool. You have audio configuration. You do have Dolby Digital mobile audio, so you can use that. You do have audio FX, which is this one. You can use this the widget which comes with this one to actually change the frequency responses, etc. Performance control is a really cool function. You can monitor how your phone is running. Right now it's at 200 megs, so that really works with the battery, and it is a battery efficient ROM. I probably don't know how they managed it. It runs at 800 most of the time. Deep sleep again, so it's really battery efficient. I cannot stress that enough. I'll show you guys that in a minute. Terminal, it does have terminal options, so you can do all the nerdy stuff with it, so you can have that. Build.prop editor in this function, so that is really cool. You do need super user permission for that, so it does work out. You have a lot of options here. You can change all of these options. You can edit all of these. So yeah, if you really know what you are doing, just get on with it. If you don't, just leave it alone. It's enough for you. Zero, it does have zero entropy generator, so you can have that option enabled also, so that really does work out pretty good. It does free out the entropy which is available. Yeah, again, if you know what you're doing, just get on with it. If you don't, just leave it alone. It's already fixed for you. GPS fix, it does have country optimizer, so it does optimize the GPS coordinate, GPS string to specifically your country, by which you can have a faster GPS connection. Floating multi windows is a really cool feature. It's actually an Xposed feature. As you can say, it does come with Xposed module, so yeah, you can have that, so that's really cool. This is more of an Xposed thing, so you can check the video on that if you want more information. Now, Xposed Framework, you can install the Xposed Framework. You have to install it by yourself. It comes installed with it, so that's one step less, so that's really cool. Modules, now these are the modules with which it comes. It does have Fab 7, so that's a phablet or tablet or phone UI selector which was available in the Paranoid Android series of ROM, which right now it's not. So yeah, you have an option there. Per application DPI, which is app setting, which you can use, which is available with a lot of other ROMs, and also as a standalone APK, which is a boon on a lot of DPI changers, so that's really cool. And you have the about phone page, about the ROM page, so you can see it is a SOKP created by these guys. These are the developers and team, etc., etc., so you can get on with it. You can donate to them. You can see their pages. So yeah, that's really cool. So that is it in the advanced control thing. That was cool. Now in the status bar option, you have a lot of options. So you, first of all, it does have a lot of options which are reminiscent of other ROMs. So you can have all of those working. Battery icon, you can change the battery icon to with percentage, just percentage. Icon with percentage, it does show you the percentage, but yeah, you need to change the text color of the percentage to see that. So yeah, you have a lot of options with that. What else does it have? Status bar color, which you can change, which does cause a force close most of the time. So yeah, you may have to restart your UI and etc. Clock and date, you can see I have enabled the center clock with AM PM indicator and the day of the week. So that's really cool. That's something which I personally like. So that really works out pretty good. Hide signal bar, I'm not sure why I did that, but yeah, you can change update when signal bar changes. So you right now it does show the signal bar, so that's really cool. Double tap to sleep is something which I really like on a SOKP AOSP style ROM. You can just double tap the status bar to give some slack to your the button, so that it doesn't wear off too quickly. So you have a lot of options there. You do have breathing SMS and breathing missed call function, which does work out pretty good. That's really cool. Notification and QS drawer. Now this is actually the slim style tiles and layout quick setting. So you have that. It does work out. It has a lot of options. Again, that's something which slim style options gives you. You have a lot of options here. So these are the options available. You can tinker with it. You can customize it. Again, it does have smart cooldown, quick pull down, and quick collapse. It does have styles, which is probably my favorite thing about this. You can give tiles per row, the background color, pressed background color, etc. You do have flip tiles if you want to use a bit of flash in your ROM. Yeah, you do have that. Now additional option, background style for the notification drawer. So you can have that. Now this is something which I am beginning to really like. This is enable notification reminder, which is really cool. You can see it now shows me a notification here. It is just touch to clear the notification. You can touch it and it will give you something like the swipe was not working. I guess you need the GF for that. Buy milk, and it will, okay, it gives you a notification. You can select no notification. So and every time you open this one, it shows you buy milk. So that is really something useful for someone like me who always forget what it is. And you can also give a bit of a description here. This is the title and the description. You can have that. You can have a notification sound enabled. You can have a flip interval, that is how fast is this thing changing. You can have that to 1 second, which will change it faster. So you can have that. So that's really cool. Now power widgets, something which a lot of people really like, but hasn't been implemented in a lot of ROMs. This is something which honestly I always use this because going 2 touches for enabling or disabling Wi-Fi. I enable and disable Wi-Fi a lot. So just going to here and disabling the Wi-Fi is not much of. It's better to just have the power widget here. So that this is much better implementation than the quick setting ribbon, which is available in other ROMs. So yeah, you can have that. So that's really cool. Within that, there is also this one, which is brightness slider location. So if you are really addicted to it, to the Samsung style of brightness notification, you can have this working. So that's really cool. You can have that. Pretty neat. You can change it on bottom of the slider, so that really gives you the normal Samsung usage. Yeah. Contextual panel header, which is an Omni-ROM feature. You can have a different picture at this place according to the time, so you can have that. So yeah, a bit of a bling for you. Okay, in the alerts and warning option, you can have you can change all of these options. The screen on notification light, again, it doesn't work on AOSP ROMs, so yeah, something of an oversight, so you can have that. Display and animation, that's really cool. You do have a lot of options to change the animation and display of this. You can change the CRT animation, list view animation, toast animation, and IME animation, which is the keyboard pop-up animation. You can have that changed. That's really good. You have a lot of options there. Lock screen. Now lock screen is also a fully functional lock screen. You have a lot of option in here. Screen security, it even has the gesture security, which is probably my favorite one. I normally use that. It really is more powerful than just a pin or the pattern lock screen, so that's really cool. Notification access in lock screen, so you can have that. These are the security options. You can have a lot of in that one also. Slider target, you can enable the 8 slider target, which is which is for power users. If you're using the pin or password, yeah, may not be functional for you guys, so yeah. It does have lock screen notification, which is a really cool feature. I normally use active display, but lately I have been using lock screen notification only rather than active display, and this is really cool. You do have pocket mode, show always, etc, etc. You have a lot of options here. Theme style. Now theme style, the icon which you saw, the dragon icon, the lock screen handle, that is available from here. You can change it, you can customize it as far as you want, so that's really great. Rest of them are similar to what you can expect out of a lock screen. It does have Halo, that is Halo 2.0 with the ninja mode, so you can use that, but using Halo will disable multi-window, but not if you have the Xposed module installed. So you can enable Halo in this and then use the Xposed floating window for that, so that's really cool. Home option, this is what I was talking about. It does have trebuchet home, so that's really cool. It does work out pretty good. Power menu is something which you can customize. You can add apps into it so that you can use it. So advanced display control, this is something you can use to change or fade out or brighten the colors which are available in this. This being an AMOLED display, it will seem to be a bit oversaturated sometimes, because yeah, it is the nature of the display to do that. You can correct it with this one. You can change the mode and to something of a standard or natural one, so that it will appear a bit more washed out. It does have active display, which is really cool. You can use that, and yeah, it is the latest one. It does have a lot of options which I have gone through in a lot of other ROMs, so I'm not going to get to with it again. Gesture navigation is a really cool one. You can actually have zone 1 is this one. You can have expand notification, so if I click there, it will expand the notification. You have a lot of options there. I'm not going to use that. I personally don't use that because it does hinder with the latest app structure of swiping from the this area for this one. So yeah, it does hinder with that a bit. So you can use it in other ways, like zone 3 is this one, zone 2 is this one, so you can have a lot of options with that. Gesture anywhere is another option which I really use a lot of times. You can enable that. I normally keep this at left edge, trigger width this much, trigger position, trigger height this much. So I use a square here to use that, so that's really cool. You can enable that. You can just draw out anything. You have to first add gestures. You can draw C for all the camera options, so that's really cool. So that's really neat. Navigation bar, it does have the navigation bar, which, well, I would presume is the better style of navigation bar, so that really does work out pretty good. Ring target, etc, etc, you have a lot of options there. SOKP pie is similar to the slim pie, so this is the slim pie. It does work out pretty good. You can customize that again with whatever you want, so it gives a power user the option to choose how you want to launch an option. So it does have Identicon, which is available in the Chaos ROMs. You can change the profile pic, the contact pic of whoever doesn't have a contact pic to something of a retro icon, or okay, this one has more icons right now, so you can have sephirograph and dot matrix. So yeah, it does have a lot more than it previously used to. Recent view settings. Now it does have a lot of options here. Let me show you guys what it is. So this is the recent view settings. You can position this wherever you want. You can have the ring there or not. You can have this one there or not. And you can see the text is now, the window is now small. You can have it to large. So yes, you can see the RAM usage is pretty cool. Let me take this opportunity to show you guys that it is 459 MB free. So that's really great. Also, you can enable slim recent, which does away with all the fancy stuff and gives you the slim style normal thing there. So that is really cool. And now it doesn't have the clear all button, but it functions as it should function, so that's really great. So yeah, this was the show memory in gigabytes rather than megabytes. Show large recent thumbnail, you can have that. These are all options are for not enabling slim recent, so you have to keep that in mind. SOKP i90D settings. Now don't mess with build.prop mods and SOKP i90D script, because it will cause problems if you don't know what you're doing with it, so please don't just go with it. System app remover is another really cool feature which I really appreciate. I normally do flash the Google Experience Launcher, which is really cool, so I don't really need the Trebuchet launcher, so I just go find the Trebuchet launcher APK and just click it, remove it. So that is really cool, but do not remove anything which is system app unless you know what it is, because it can cause a lot of problems. LCD density, it does have the LCD density option. You can change the LCD density from here, so yeah, I'm not going to do that because it does have that option. General settings, again, you have suspend action, so it's more of a battery saving thing. You can switch to 2G. Network mode will be switched to 2G on screen when the screen is turned off. Disable mobile data. Disable GPS option, so that's really great again. So these are the options available. Wake lock blocker is something which you can use to speed up your phone waking. Wake lock is something which is available in the Samsung Galaxy S3, unfortunately. Scrolling modifier, it does have a lot of scrolling modifier. You can see you can change the way a page is scrolled with fling velocity, scroll frictions, etc, etc. You have a lot of options there also. Use default alt picker. Disable full screen keyboard and show enter key on the keyboard instead of emoticon. If you don't use emoticon, you really don't need that, so yeah. Miscellaneous option. Now here is the RAM bar which I was talking about. You can enable RAM bar from here, or the other option, the RAM bar is the circle which was there. That's more of a RAM circle. You can change all of these options. Really cool. Hide all the FC options, because if you have done a few system things, it will show a lot of notification FCs, so yeah, you can just hide all of them. Be cool with it. It does have dark SOKP, which is the TRDS 3.0. Well, this is not the 3.0 option, so you don't have the automatic options which are available with other ROMs, so that is really cool. So yeah, I just enabled the TRDS, so you can see it's really cool. So yeah, and that is it in the settings. So that was a long video, because yeah, it does have a lot of options in that. Rest of them are similar to what you can expect out of a AOKP or AOSP ROM. I'll show you guys the boot animation right now. That's really cool. So here is the boot animation, which is really a great one. You can see the dragon in it. It has a dragon. What more do you want? So that much is it in the features segment. Let me show you guys the apps with which it comes. Okay, it does have a lot of apps from Sony Xperia lineup. So you have albums, movies. It does have Walkman, so this really does replace all of the other stuff. So yeah, it does have motion shot, monograph photo, whatever. The camera is actually the slim style camera, so yeah, it's probably the better one of them. So you have a true view, power key shutter, etc, etc, a lot of options there. So yeah, it does work out pretty good. It does have a lot of options there. Now I forgot to show you guys a few things in the settings. In this sound option, you have xLoud and Clearface, which are Sony trademarks things, so you do have that. But while using it, I didn't really feel much difference in it, so yeah, I'm not sure. The sound pack does work, doesn't really work. It does give you an FC, but you have to click that again. It does work out then. Yeah, you'd have that. In the display option, also there is clear thing, which is the Bravia thing, X reality, so you have that also, so that does work out again. Well, again, it's not something which is available for S3, so you can't expect it to work out as good as in an Xperia device. So that is the end of the really long review for this ROM, which is SOKP. And as I've said, they really threw in the kitchen sink into it. So yeah, I hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time.